Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Slay the Spire. Stop trying to make me play with a controller. I told you last time I'm a real gamer. I use a keyboard and or a mouse. I got a shirt that says KB... Already messed up the joke. It says KBM for life. You ever see, this is what it says in the back, you ever see me using a controller, you slap it out of my hands, and you put a Razer Naga mouse in it. So I can get non-stop shoulder shots in Fortnite and impress my other friends. Tell them about it while we eat lunch at the 7th grade recess. Anyway, Slay the Spire. Diverse. Modestly good, maybe? Interesting, at least. Big game hunter. Good, but dangerous. Night terrors. Just pretty much like a raw negative, more or less. But we had a great run last time. We actually ranked pretty well by my own standards. 1, 2, 3, 4 elites, 5 elites. That's too many elites. I have a new strat for elites. I want to fight... Oh, Zap has new art. I want to fight as many basic enemies as I can. Let's go. On the, before the first elite, so I have the chance to add cards to the deck. And in the early game, adding cards to the deck is disproportionately useful. Let's go. Because you don't have as many cards, you're going to know what I'm going to say, in your deck. Now... Combust, not that great unless you're the Ironclad. Hologram and Headbutt do sort of different things. Hologram does it better, but it only does it once. Headbutt, the problem with Headbutt, and to a lesser extent also with Hologram right now, or a similar extent, is we don't know what to grab. We'd probably grab Dual Cast, I guess. So I'm going to start Headbutt, because I think having offense is pretty important for these first couple of boss fights. But we'll see. We'll see how the mood strikes us. Dual Cast, Headbutt. I like it so far. More damage is going to serve us pretty well. Now I'll take a Hologram. I think Cleave for crowd control. Nothing necessarily wrong with it. So I'm going to Headbutt, and that's going to bring back Dual Cast. Now we're just hoping we have Zap, and we do indeed. So we're going to Zap, Dual Cast. I really thought that would get the kill. Now we need 2 attacks. We're going to take 1 damage. 2 attacks. 2 attacks, he says. 2 attacks. Give me a... There was nothing. There was nothing in my discard pile for Hologram to grab. Still, we took 1 damage over the course of the fight. Not too bad. Ghostly Armor, I think, is fine. Blizzard would be a good card to get early if we had, like... any means to get something out of it, which I don't think we do right now. And we're kind of in a bit of a weird spot right now where we're pretty much taking, you know, 1... Oh, I love this. Taking 1 damage per encounter. But it's more offensive output, or at least faster offensive output than we've had this early on in a run for a little while. So I'm feeling okay for now. And that's going to be important, I think. Not how we feel, that's irrelevant. Well, we're really going to Headbutt, bring back Dual Cast? To answer your question, yes I am. I don't want to draw. It's going to draw Dual Cast. What I want to do is get Zap, which we did, and then Dual Cast. And now we're going to take 8 damage. So extremely be careful what you wish for, voice. Be careful what you wish for. We end up taking more than 1 damage there. We got a full potion stack. Ooh, I love it. We got a full potion stack for our first elite fight. So here's where things get serious. Goodbye, Ghostly Armor. Sure. I'd rather hit you with the fire potion when you're close to death if it'll prevent us from taking damage. That's my strat. This is pretty bad. It's just pretty much straight up terrible, yeah. I would prefer to not get hit for 18 if possible. We know a headbutt's in here. I'm gonna kill you next turn, so I'm gonna let you hit me for 15 instead of 18. Burns me up a little bit. And really, at this point, I'm just taking you down there. Well, wait a minute. Let me think about this for a second. If I dual cast, you're dead. I don't know because it's not coming back yet. That's right. This will deal 9 plus 4. You will... Oh, yeah, you will die. We don't need to use our potion. Bag of Marbles is nice. Give me adrenaline for certain. We got another fight, and then we've got our next elite. Is highly dangerous. It's a very, very delicate situation. So we're going to zap, and we're going to dual cast. And I hate that it doesn't give us the ability to get a thunderclap, but I love that it doesn't result in us taking damage. That's a big part of this. And we're going to do pretty much a very similar thing here. What I liked about it is that it kept dual cast... Or sorry, it kept enough lightning for us to do a dual cast soon after, which means we get this guy killed really easily. I mean, this is a great card. This is a pretty good card. I'm going to go auto shields. I think it bails you out of a jam a little easier, but it's debatable. My dude is definitely going to wake up. So this is going to be hard. This could be a little spotty. So we're going to Ghostly Armor. Shrug it off. Headbutt. Now we could bring back Zap. Or we could bring back Thunder. This is for next turn. You know what? We may actually want to bring back Ghostly Armor. Ghostly Armor gives us 10 block by default, which is really good. So we can Ghostly Armor. I mean, I hate to say it, but we could, like... Do we have any zero cost? Because adrenaline... Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. I think you accept 3 damage to deal 16. And you don't play Hologram. We're way ahead of the normal speed at which we'd be fighting this guy, so I feel great about that. Now, this would normally be a pretty good turn with which to use the Swift Potion, so I'm going to do it. Mostly because we want damage done. And we're probably going to try to use our Fire Potion and get out of this one a little bit easier. It's exactly what we're going to do. Calipers. Okay, not befitting the run right now, but there's a chance in the future. Both Glass Knife and Immolate are awesome. I actually think Immolate is a little bit better. But in a thin-ish deck, I'll take Glass Knife. Tactician, you know, I don't want to insult it. Sure, there's a lot of good things going for Tactician. I'm just a little nervous about it in our current mindset. So I'm going to Adrenaline. We didn't get Zap. That's incredibly disappointing. There's no point to playing anything else just yet. It was a really good first turn, don't get me wrong. We're definitely going to auto shields. You know, I've decided I don't want to take damage here. Our main damage dealer is definitely dual cast, but... You're dead to Glass Knife next turn, so I am going to play this. It means we take 7 damage instead of 10. I'm really just trying to keep myself alive long enough. Wow, he's not dead. That's hilarious. We just needed one more attack. I'm trying to keep myself alive long enough so that we only have to rest once on this floor. Because we're resting for maximum. Well, Calipers... I think you take Impervious. Okay, I know I should have gone through some more analysis there, but I think I made the right decision. With Calipers, it makes it a little bit easier for certain. This guy's going to split, dude. To do what I was planning to do there. We'll dual cast is another 16 damage, so he's already splitting. I honestly think you strike and headbutt. And then this poor guy doesn't stand a chance. That was a great turn. Remember, we just gotta live long, like have enough HP so we only have to rest once. Backflip is befitting that. I don't need to fight the 5th elite, but if we can, maybe it's worth it. Now, we have a hand that's exclusively defends. That's just hilarious. So what we're gonna do is choose to lose 15 block instead of all of our block. And we're gonna play ghostly. Well, we're gonna play auto shields, ghostly armor. We can't afford to play impervious after that, you idiot. Anyway, we'll get to 41. So this will give us some block for the next turn. It was a terrible start, especially fighting these guys. You really want to do some damage turn 1. Thunderclap? No thunderclap. We don't need the block actually. Well, I mean, this is fine. This, obviously, the far leftmost one is going to be dead. The other ones haven't been hurt at all, which is annoying, but... Okay. We're not going to block anything here, so I think we headbutt, and we'll bring back... I mean, Impervious is pretty great, but it's also probably highly unnecessary at this point. Let's bring back Glass Knife for raw damage. I'm gonna hit you. I know that there's probably some people that think Zap is a better play there, and they may well be correct, but... Yeah, we're gonna be fine. This is the kind of level of HP we're at right now that kind of makes me wanna... Oh, yeah, what a waste. Not that it mattered, I guess. We didn't have any other options, but it's a, kind of the amount of HP left over right now that makes me think, maybe, just maybe, we got a chance to fight that 5th elite, get as many relics as possible. None of the relics we've gotten I would describe as being like incredible for us so far. Wow, we should not have taken Glass Knife. Take a headbutt instead, and I honestly think we should bring back like Ghostly Armor. Ghostly Armor and Auto Shields are roughly the same card right now, but I'll take it either way. Strike? Hey, that'll work. Alright. Well, it's a tough call. Seek, probably our best option. Ooh. I'm gonna take the safe way out. Ah! Well, that got out of hand. I'm a little nervous. This is gonna make him stronger, but we should play it. Like, I hate to do it, but I have to seek Glass Knife, like. Then I think you shrug. Thunderclap, strike. Okay, so we take 12 damage. It's not that bad. We better get the loot after this. That's all I'm gonna say. Do we get the... Okay, we do get the loot. So this is like fighting another elite. Let's throw an entrench in here, who knows, right? Okay, what do you got for me? I'll take Kunai, and that pretty much bankrupts us. Double energy. Usually this is gonna be pretty solid. Finesse is great for the cycle, but I don't know, it's kind of an expensive card. Hey, maybe. Gaining block and also drawing, I guess. Maybe I've finally come around. Maybe I truly accept this item for the power that it wields. Okay, turn 1. What do you want to do? Start? Pretty terrible so far. So what I would think you would want to do is seek, and you obviously, like, you would love to get Glass Knife, but we'd also love to get Adrenaline. I think you seek Glass Knife, attack, use Gambler's Brew. What do you do with Gambler's Brew? Like, I don't want to lose this necessarily, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Let's shrug first, okay, and then we'll Gambler's Brew everything, which I'm hoping keeps Ghostly Armor alive. This is a much better start. We want to keep you vulnerable for one more turn. Get this out there. Nothing we do now matters, really. But hey, no, it does, because it got extra dexterity. Fair enough. And on these turns, I think you just buy your time. You know, do 6 damage, whittle him down. So you do like... Well, you don't have to play Impervious, I guess, if you don't want to. Almost like Auto Shields, Hologram. And then we're going to bring back Zap. Which is going to pay dividends long term. Not the best use of that card, by the way. But if it works, it works. Or as Malf would say, if it's stupid and it works, it isn't stupid. Okay, so we're up to 22 block. I can afford to put 16 damage out there. It won't reflect poorly on me at all. Alright, now... This is a great turn for Impervious. Rather get you feasibly to break next turn. I don't think we're going to perfect the boss, by the way. But I think we're going to get close. It's great. We're actually going to get one more turn out of this. So we can probably, well, yeah, bait out his garbage attack. Wow, this is terrible. We're still going to break him, but... Oh, you idiot. Still, you have to play Ghostly Armor one way or the other. And you have to play Ghostly Armor because of the fact that otherwise you'd lose it forever. It's ethereal. You know what? You got me? I can't attack you. If I attack you, I lose 50 points. You're being protected. Now we have no choice. We could have played the speed potion here, but that's the thing, right? Like, you never know. Or we could have played more attacks earlier and then add some decks left over, but so be it. So you're doing 20 damage. Now, unfortunately, you've, like, sealed your own fate, because now I can attack you willfully, knowing that it doesn't matter if you do any damage. And what this means for you is that you're going to die a whole heck of a lot faster. We should have headbutted, brought something back, then, like, probably vulnerability, then glass knifed. Like, a headbutted, finesse, glass knife, it's a better play. Anyway, glass knife, headbutt. We don't want glass knife anymore, it's trash. We'll take thunderclap, and, you know, I think we're at the point where we just want to kill this guy. So, Ghostly Armor, see you later. Happy to have had you around. I can hit you with this. Definitely. Well, it didn't matter if we did that, actually. So I have to do, like, 19 damage. That's not going to happen. But this is acceptable. We got you next turn. It was a strong floor for us, like, if I'm being real with you. It was a very good floor. We fought a lot of elites. Never came close to death, really. I kind of like Core Surge, honestly. And Sozu, 100%. I do like Calling Bell, though. I think that's a highly underrated relic. A little bit better on Curse Dailies. Pardon me. 1-1-1. So that's 2, 3. Oh my god. So this would be 4. We might not be able to get to 5, but it's a series of what looks like pretty strong. Let me pretty strong paths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. We can upgrade cards at rest sites if we have to, so I think this is okay. So this is, like, sincerely what I think the most dangerous part in the entire game is. Why not, I guess. The first few enemies on the second floor can really mess with you. Now we've got the combo we wanted actually working out for us. So we only need to do, well, we need to do a Strike Plus. Dual Cast would also work. We got tools. This deck feels fine right now. Tempest with 4 energy. It's already upgraded. I think that's definitely something we're looking for, although we didn't take double energy, which obviously would have been a better pickup, but this is a tough one. We got to think for a second, because Tempest channels 6 lightning, which would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'd put out 32 damage. But we'd probably take some damage as well. So here's what I like here. I like an auto shields. I like a ghostly armor. More than enough block. Don't need to play impervious. I like a dual cast for raw damage output, and then we'll channel 3 lightning anyway. And I think we're lucky that all of our shots hit the same enemy. It means we can take 10 damage off the field pretty easily. We have 4 energy, and that actually changes things like quite a lot. Because now we can hologram back ghostly armor, play it, headbutt this guy. Next turn, what do we want? Honestly, probably a dual cast. Glass Knife really needs to be upgraded early or it loses its effectiveness too quickly for it to be useful. Now this turn, obviously we want to hit you. This is 16 damage. We should have done it. We should have zapped and then dual casted. Probably. Yes, okay, I can accept this. So we're gonna have to hit you... Oh, for nothing. You're dead. You gotta put up a little bit more block than that if you want to stick around these parts. Give me a leg sweep. Block has been pretty important for us. Choose 1 of 20 cards to add to the deck. Absolutely. What do I like here? There's so many options. Couldn't conceivably fathom all of the options to be added here. Headbutt is great. Carnage is fine. Go for the Eyes is a strong card. They don't have Beam Cell. It's a strong card as well. I think we need more damage. And I think Pommel is a decent target, even though it's a basic. Do we have any rares? We have like Demon Form. But I don't think it's good enough. Too dicey. The other option would be Carnage, which is even better than Glass Knife. So, as long as we play it. So I think I'm going to go for it for now. We'll fight these guys. I'm not necessarily happy about it, but do it nonetheless. Okay, we could guarantee ourselves whatever card out of the current ones we have that we wanted. I don't think we care yet, though. So let's start Core Surge. Then we'll... well, we should Finesse... Let's Finesse first because it's free. See what you get. Okay, now we'd look for a Shrug. I wouldn't say we got anything we're, like, too pleased with. We'd Thunderclap back. Or, sorry, we'd Headbutt back. Probably a Thunderclap. Make sure this guy dies so we don't get debuffed. We wouldn't have been debuffed anyway, I guess, technically, but... So we're going to Thunderclap you again. Then Glass Knife has got you. And Dual Cast almost has you. So we could be like true bad manners and just get a basic strike. Red Mask is not that good, but we didn't take any damage, and that's awesome. I don't know that Calculated Gamble is that strong, but I like it. Apparitions, maybe this is hurting me more than it's helping me. I think it's above my pay grade. That's my assessment of Apparitions. So I do want to Thunderclap you. I definitely also want a Carnage. I want a Dual Cast. We are taking 8 damage. We can get around it. We can almost get around it. I'm okay with taking 1. We don't have Runic Dodecahedron, at least not yet. What do you like here? I like not taking damage. So Core Surge is pretty good, but we could play it later. We could, and I kind of like this. What about a Hologram into a Leg Sweep? Buys us another turn of relative weakness. Auto Shield is pretty good here. What would we be seeking? Probably a Glass Knife. Then you would play it. You'd play Zap. You play that to enable a Dual Cast later, and then you hope to draw a Defend, which is exactly what happened. Okay. 24 damage. Now we're getting into it. Honestly, we could entrench and take 0. I'd rather defend and headbutt back a useful card and then take 1. But it's slow going. And again, this guy he gets stronger and stronger. Auto shield is pretty much essential. It's the whole reason we put that out there. Core Surge ya. Headbutt ya. Bring back auto shields. We're taking 19 damage. Now we're getting into some dangerous territory. I stand by this. Take another 5 damage. We may have to rest. And you know I would prefer not to. Can I kill you? 4 will take it down to 20. And then it'll be 9. 9. I don't think I can kill you. That's very embarrassing. If I can't kill you, I'm just going to hit you a little bit. Make sure we take 0. 18 damage. I was going to say, surely we have to have it here, but I'm looking at it, I'm not sure. So in channel 4 lighting, that'll deal 8 plus 9. I don't think it's quite enough. So we'll channel 1 lightning, or 2 lightning, I should say, and now we've got to have you next turn. Yes, okay, thank God. Lantern is fine. A second, at this point, I think Echo Form is just, like, it's the Hail Mary we need right now. We don't need to fight every elite. I think if we fight every elite, we could quite reasonably die. Hear me out here. We're going to upgrade. Probably Glass Knife first. Hologram not becoming exhausted is probably our next option. And we can always, if we live, we can always rest at our next campfire. Dude, you got to play Echo Form. On this draw, absolutely. We had 7 energy. So who goes first? They're all weak turn 1. Which actually turns out against these guys, this is very strong. Let's take Glass Knife for raw damage. And this is 36 damage right here. So we'll do that. Core Surge also protects us from a little bit of incoming damage. I honestly think you zap to enable 2 dual casts later. Alright. Echo Form. Forgot you existed, just gonna be honest, but you are ensuring we take no damage, which is mighty swell of you. Remember, whatever you play is played twice. So I would definitely just like to end you. Glass Knife comes back. Carnage comes back. We might have been better off taking a Thunderclap, by the way, but... And, you know, we'll just hit you. We'll take you closer to death. You're definitely dead next turn. If we can get that Echo Form out there, almost always we're going to be set. Turn up. You can no longer become frail. Positive. An innate afterimage might be the kind of thing we need in this deck. Straight up. Data Disc. We start with 1 extra focus. I'm going to do kind of a similar play right here. We're going to upgrade. We're going to make afterimage innate. This will be a real test. 7 energy. You got to get Echo Form. Well, you should have played afterimage first, I guess. You shrug it off. Takes us to 9. Core Surge will be 10. They're only doing 8 damage, so this is fine. Alright. So now that we've got Echo Form out there, crush them. You got to crush them. This is a good turn for Glass Knife. It's a lot of damage. Finesse. You're doing 18 damage, huh? What about this? What about this? Takes us to 17. That's our best option. Unfortunately, we get extra decks for the future. It's amazing how some slightly tweaked parameters can change things around, right? I'm going to gain 22 block. I should have sought. Is that how that works? I should have seeked something to make vulnerability, but that's okay. Glass Knife is still pretty good here, I think. Alright. Just a couple parameters get flipped around, and all of a sudden we're looking like geniuses here. Might be a little much, but that was a much easier fight. We get Art of War, which is near useless. Bludgeon's a little too expensive, I think. So let's go for a Burst. Now, if I survive you decently, I might go for the Elite fight, and no one's more surprised about that than me. Well, taking no damage turn 1 feels good, but this guy is mad annoying. Burst? Ghostly armor? It could be substantially better. What do you want to get out here? An early glass knife is pretty good. We know he's going for a debuff eventually. But if we just get, like, vulnerability carnage, we kill him here. Bring back glass knife. I'm just trying to make sure he dies next turn. If not this turn, if we can... Hey, he's going to die this turn. That's even better. Okay. Okay. Give me a blur. I like it. Would be better if it were upgraded. And it's these guys again. Depending on the draw, you could find yourself looking okay. Not quite the same, like, game-killing potential we had last time, though. I really think you burst, strike, headbutt, and then bring back burst. That's the whole reason we played it. This is gonna suck. But again, we just have to live, and we have to live through our next fight. Okay. Now, you could burst adrenaline, but I would much rather, like, burst leg sweep, I think. Just for the raw block. Alright. Now we can strike. Little weak, like not great long-term prospects as a result of that, but hey, we're rolling 5 block into our next turn. Can't play this. Echo Form is such a valuable card, but do we need to play it this turn? We probably should. We don't have much that's even close to better. So we're gonna... we should have played Calculated Gamble for a little bit more block, probably. But now with Echo Form out there, I feel 100% confident. Right off the bat, I'm like, okay, Carnage Strike gets a kill. Then we can just play... Really, it all works, but we'll play Impervious to make our next turn even stronger. And remember, all we gotta do is make it to the boss. So we can channel 10 Lightning, which I believe will push 8 times 4 out there, which is not quite enough to kill you. Well, 8 times 4 plus 12. It should be enough to kill you, but, you know, I'm not really that kind of guy that's gonna be going for the sneaky kill. Well, I am a fool, by the way. I should have gone for the sneaky kill, because instead I placed vulnerability on him, forgetting that that's not really how it works. With Echo Form, you want to play your best card first. Whetstone hits strike and strike. Of course, I couldn't think of 2 better cards for it to hit, so that's fantastic. And, you know, let's put 1 barricade in this deck. Now, just don't give me a nightmare enemy. This guy could be a nightmare. Honestly, I kind of like Auto Shield's Blur. Calculated Gamble. And, hey, we're rolling 25 block over to our next turn. That gives us a turn of being able to ride out his nonsense. And it turns out this is pretty great. So we got 59 block on this turn. I would describe that as being very solid. Let's make him weak as heck. Carnage the Christ out of him. Shrug. Echo Form for free. Entrench. You got nothing, dude. This might be among the most block I've ever had. Why did I even play that first? It's such like a weak play. So yeah, I want to make sure we get to 170 block. I'm not sure 140 is going to do it for us. Anyway, you're like super dead, dude. Okay, so I think this floor has been a great success as well. There's a lot of great stuff here. I might go metallicize. I think it works well with the barricade. I would have preferred to have not rested, but I think that definitely would have gotten us killed. This is great. It's like after image, yes. Thunderclap. Echo Form, for sure. Seek. After seeking, what do we want? Oh, man. We won't have the energy for barricade. Would be nice. Well, You know, I was going to go with Adrenaline. I think I'm still going to go with Adrenaline. It's very tempting to play Impervious, because it would give you some block rolled over. But, I mean, I'll level with you. There's a chance it could be the right card. I just don't think it is. So we'll leg sweep on you. 27 damage. We could probably start playing, like, real cards. Thing is, we have to do some damage to something at some point, you know? We're just a little bit slow right now. But this turn, they're only dealing 14, and that's a little bit more our speed. We gotta start using Echo Form properly. This has to go out there, otherwise we won't have it for our next turn. And this is a terrible turn for us, unfortunately, because basically we're just gonna be like, okay, we're playing blocks. Core Surge might be for the best here. We did get it. That's incredible. It will get played twice. But if we play it on you, we won't get 2 artifacts. So we could also Carnage and just ice you. And then Core Surge will kill you. And we still have an artifact protecting us here. Headbutt. Honestly, I love the idea of getting a... we should have played the Defend, weirdly enough. But I love the idea of getting a Barricade next turn. He's not attacking, which I didn't know was going to happen. Definitely, Barricade's one of those cards. You know, 1 Barricade, who cares? You definitely want to make sure you get 2 of those out there, because having them doubled is extremely valuable, as you well know. Are you being sarcastic, NL? What are you talking about? So, what do we want to play twice here? I don't know. It's like pretty much all garbage for right now. So, we'll double up on our basic strike. Blur is now just block. Lull. But we have a reasonable chance to go perfect here, I think, even though this looks terrible. This will be a good test. Auto shields should be banished from the deck now. Double shrug. Finesse. We got 51 blocks, so we're already there, I think. 52 block, really. I think we should headbutt something we like back to us. I'm going to headbutt Finesse back, and then fill up on Lightning. And the whole reason we're filling up on Lightning is to make Dual Cast actually do something. As our other items fall off, this one's actually going to become more and more useful. So, Burst Entrench is not bad, but let's get this out there first. I think we have to, really. And that means say goodbye to Carnage. But it also means we have 75 block. And one of these days, I promise, we're going to start to do some real damage to these enemies. So it's 8 block per turn from that. This is going to be a war of attrition. But, so I've got a new strat. Whenever we get a hologram, which sadly is only going to come around once, or headbutt, we always bring back Entrench. And the reason for that is highly, highly simple. Give me 28 block, please. Thank you. By bringing back Entrench, man, that's insanely lucky. We're never going to fall behind, I think. In terms of our actual block ability. So this, I don't know, man. It takes us 100,000 years to get set up, but once we get set up, it's just disgusting. There's like a mathematical equation. No, equation is a kind of a strong word here. Doubling and then doubling is way more important than playing Impervious than doubling. Yeah, there's your math. And I don't even think we need to play Impervious here. You Thunderclap, Headbutt, and as ridiculous as it sounds, I'm bringing back Entrench. Because for 2 energy, I could get to 1,000 shield. Is it overkill? Yeah, absolutely. No, you can get the 999 shield. There's where you're wrong, buddy. I don't even know what to play anymore. I'll weaken you, but like, Now I need to draw some attacks, apparently. You will never do anything to us. We could do whatever we want for the rest of the game. Let's not be crazy. That's a weird one. I was going to say, does it bring back Headbutt? And indeed it does. You actually can't do anything. So yeah, I really do feel like we got a pretty good chance to get a perfect on this boss fight. Mostly because we have 999 block. Most of the time, it doesn't go down like this. You might as well hit me. Now, we're not guaranteed a perfect on every boss fight, by the way, because we need to get our combo going. Electrodynamics is pretty... I mean, you know the deal. It's pretty good. Let's go for it. I think Inserter is kind of horrible. This is literally useless. Let's do an Inserter run, because I think we already have enough energy, especially with Lantern and Ancient Tea set. I kind of like the idea of just having a trillion lightning orbs out there. So let's look at this. 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's a 1. This is 2. That would be 2, 3, 3. So we definitely want to take like the right. Well, let's see. 2, 3. Yeah, we can get 4 if we stick to the rightmost path. But that's with no shops. 1, 2, 3. You can get 3 with a mid-level shop. I think that's more my speed. Might affect my score, but I like this game, and I would like to buy some relics and have some fun. Now we have no block, and I'm looking at it like, what the heck happened? Because this will deal 30 plus 9. Sources tell me that's 39 damage. This will deal 36. Okay, 36 plus 9 does not equal 48. You are stupid. Here's what I'm going to do. No. I don't like that play. But I'll take the guaranteed 2 damage over a possible, like, 10 damage. We could have done that so much better. Anyway. Leg sweep. I think you straight up zap dual cast. And we're still going to take damage. Again, this deck has a little bit of setup time associated with it. So Adrenaline. Now you got some good stuff. Echo Shields has got to go. This turn is going to suck the most, by the way. But it's going to look cool when it's all said and done. These guys are definitely dead next turn, by the way. Wow, that's way too much damage. You are an idiot. That's me talking to myself. Alright. Well, we took 30 damage after taking 0 on the boss fight, which is not a good sign. Maybe we'll get some frost channeling going here. Alright, one dude, a little bit more my speed. After him, ooh, yeah, that's fine, because then you can play this, and it does work. And you're good. Alright. Let me just see, do we have to fight... Okay, we can hit the campfire, but we'd really prefer not to rest. That's the tricky part, isn't it? And we're not getting any potions. So this is not going to give us endless blockability, although it could come pretty close. What it does do is give us a couple turns of just being able to body the crap out of this guy. Actually, he's dead already, so even better. My thinking is, like... Okay, we'll do this and commit to the shop. My thinking is, like, you take one turn that's basically a heavy block, and then on your next turn, it can be, like, a substantially better attack. So we'll have 3 block. Actually, no, we'll have 7 block next turn. Ooh la la. It's more than enough to not have to worry about some of this stuff. So, Barricade, Cold Snap. Why do we do that? Now he can't hit us. With Barricade and, you know, Frost and various other things like this working out for us, he can't stop us. We'll get Impervious later. We could basically spend as long as we want building defense now. Whatever we play is played twice, so keep that in mind. What do you want to play? Burst. Then into a Zap. Then into a Ghostly Armor. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good, actually. Electrodynamics doesn't do much for us, but it does channel Lightning by itself, huh? First card's played twice. Let's do a double Adrenaline real quick. We could have been better about this, but again, like 99 block, who cares? Once we get all those cards out there, we can't lose. Almost literally, like I don't think it's in the wheelhouse of possibility. It's Barricade. Once we get Barricade out, we just wait for an Entrench, and after the Entrench comes out, we win. And we have 446 block now. We're doing 24 damage a turn passively. Accidentally gaining more block than we know what to do with. Oh no, 44 damage. Wow. I'm extremely afraid of what this means at all. If we get these filled up with Frost, it's even better. There's just nothing you could do. We might never need to play a block again. Well, he's not dead. Well, no, he's dead. My mistake. We had 410 block. Beam Cell is super good, but I don't know. Well, we don't really want powers at this point, and we don't play that many cards. Give me a Beam Cell. It's a more impactful card when it shows up. Alright, you're interesting. You're a very interesting character. We know turn 1 we're taking nothing. This might be a situation in which we don't want to play Echo Form. Headbutt, Beam Cell. Strike, then gamble. You know you're getting Beam Cell. You're kind of hoping like a defend would, or an attack would come after it, but so be it. Okay, things are getting a little trickier. That's fine. Get an auto shields out there real quick, then a leg sweep. Put one of these out there. Blur it up. Well, we're literally rolling 4 block over, which is horrible because we did almost no damage. With one of these. We probably don't need to dual cast. We definitely don't need to dual cast. What I'm going to do is burst and defend. The idea being, now we're going to roll like some block over, and we should be good to survive. We just got to hit you, and like that's pretty good all by itself, really. $27. You're going to take another 4. We can make you take another 8. You'd go down to doing 19 damage. We could play this, and we'll get to like 19 block. Plus 3 is 22. We can hit you with this. You'll take 6. You'll go down to 21 damage. We'll be at 17. I think this is our best option, weirdly enough. Keep in mind, we do come back from the dead with the Fairy Potion. It's probably better to use that than to lose our max HP by resting. And then we would rest after that. Rendering that point extremely moot. Okay, so we don't want to rest. Well, in that case, I guess you would make a decision right here. 12 damage turn 1. Not bad. Hit you with one of these. We'd probably hit you with one of these. And a Channel of Frost just in case for the future. This whole run we've been kind of skirting the line. Well, let's go through our options. Cold Snap is 3 block. So I hate this, obviously. But I do think it could keep us alive, weirdly enough. Now that we have Barricade out there, I think we really play, like, Auto Shield's Echo form. And it's going to be pretty hard for this guy to kill us, I think. He's doing 18. We already have enough block this turn, but the more the merrier. So, like, get that out there. Double it, sure. Metallicize is definitely a better target for the doubling, but... Next turn, what do we want? We want to hit him hard. Glass Knife is not really worth that much. Try like a Tempest and then get 2 of these out here. So we're going to have to rest. That's just it's the long and the short of it. I hate to do it, but... Alright, 190 block. Buys us a lot of time. Weirdly enough, a burst into a Tempest is worth a little bit more than a 2 energy Tempest. A doubled 1 energy burst is worth more because you get the +1 statically twice. He's intangible this turn. That doesn't really change our best play, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, Hologram, grab Entrench, play Entrench, 354 block. We have nothing we really want. You could Seek Predator for draw next turn. We don't save energy, so then we'll get our dexterity up. We might have been 1 away. I don't know. 2 away, actually. Alright, so we got Sick Draw this turn. He can't do anything. This is what we want to see as attacks. Beautiful. We want more. Calculated Gamble isn't quite good enough yet. Give him the Predator. We're good. Sort of. Make it through this, and it's not guaranteed that you will. We'll rest here, hit the shop, 1 more elite before the boss. We heal 25 on the boss anyway. That's my game plan. After image. You're doing 17 damage. Can I kill one of you? Nah. We just need to stay alive. So, like, if we can't play Echo Form, we can't play Echo Form. I know you come back with 6 HP, but I'd rather not, because one of these question marks could be a fight, right? So let's think about this. I really, honestly think you drink this. 17. And then you play Echo Form. So we're going to take 5, and it required the use of one of our potions, which are very precious to us right now. You have to play Barricade, but you don't have to play it first. You can play Impervious. And then Barricade. All of a sudden, we got 63 block. And it doesn't matter if we attack early. Even the exploding guys, you know, I mean, obviously I prefer to take care of them, but... even now, I'm like, maybe a Defend is the better play right off the bat. Well, this does channel a bunch of lightning. I really do think you Defend, because I don't know how... I forgot how much damage these guys do when they explode. It's 30, so it just tells you, but... Where's the fun in that? I don't really want to render them vulnerable. Because I don't want to take the 5 damage from the... the other one exploded, I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, we still have the fairy, though. He's done. He's done. He's still done. Ooh. You know what? Yeah. No fighting. Alright, we spin the wheel. Don't hit me. Heal me. It's loot. That might even be better. Maybe. Something tells me that's not going to be worth too much. Happy Flower is fine. Oh, it's not combat. Just give me one, I guess. Sure. We have to rest, right? Yeah, we really should. Now we got 700 gold to spend to this guy. And we made it. An innate Mind Blast is not worth that much right now. What do we like? More cards at the start is very good. Gremlin Horn, is a little extra energy on the boss fight. Maybe we'll take Dead Branch instead. We do have Exhaustibles. Let's go with Apotheosis as well. It's not the right deck for this. A second Entrench is pretty fun. Alright. I have full confidence we're going to win this build now. I think we're going to make it happen. Turn 1, what do I like? I like a lot of stuff. I like this. I like Channeling Lightning. I like Channeling Frost. Give me a Thunderclap Blur. Blur just buys us some time until we're able to come back with the Barricade, Entrench, etc. So you have to play Barricade first. I think it's... when you see it, if you don't play it, you deserve whatever happens, basically. You know, you deserve to die. Not in real life, but against the boss. It's the most key card in your deck. Start with Apotheosis. This seems very fair. Flash of Steel. Dual cast for 0. It's block. Like, it's free block for us, so why wouldn't we, right? Metallicize comes out there. Hologram, what do we want to see in our hand? I mean, if it's costing 0, I'm willing to do something a little funky like that. The best thing about Barricade is that when you draw defense, who cares? You know, just play them. You get the value out of them. You get the same value you would in any situation. Obviously, you're not doing much, so with that. Could have played Entrench. This is one situation where that doesn't matter, but Entrench was definitely a better play than Glass Knife. Just at some point, we have to deal damage to these enemies, right? What do you play here? Kind of like a doubled Core Surge, just for damage. At this point, once we get these cards out of there, it's on autopilot. It's like we're, you know, a major airline pilot right after takeoff. The job does itself. Now, that's a very ignorant thing for me to say because I've never been an airline pilot. I have no idea if the job does itself. It's just something I've heard. Yes, hello. It's Ruka, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show, Ruka. Hello. You got anything to say to the audience out there in YouTube land? I want wet food. Why are you from New Zealand now? I don't understand. Okay, get beam celled. Should have done beam cell first. I forgot that we had 2 echo forms. That's the new meta. Not forgetting you have 1, but forgetting you have 2. Rip and Tear is pretty solid. Alright. If we get the blocks out here, this guy actually cannot stop us. Doesn't matter if it takes 100 turns. Yes, hello. What are you freaking out about, my son? Relax. It's gonna be okay. Alright, so we got great block ability. Until Barricade comes around, this is gonna be useful for us. Don't bite me. There's Barricade. We'll lose Echo Form by playing Barricade. Tough one, huh? Now, what did I tell you? I told you if Barricade comes around and you don't play it, you deserve to lose. Let's see if I end up feeling the heat as a result. I'm going to start with a double Impervious, because I'm nervous. I'm going to dump all this trash. And I'm trying to, like, get back to being able to play Barricade, but we don't have enough energy to make it happen yet. So I'm thinking, like, you Seek. It's getting weird, I'll give you that. He's got Time Dilation, though, so there's, like, some good stuff happening here as well. And you Blur, that's basically a 15-block Blur. And you're going to say, how? And I'm going to say, because of the fact that we haven't played Barricade, we only have Calipers. So it, you know, protects us from losing 15 that we otherwise would have lost. Beam Cell for certain. Twice? Nah, definitely is a better opportunity for Entrench to work twice. But it's okay. We're outracing Calipers by a huge degree right now. What do you want to double up on here? Entrench gets hilarious, but I'd rather hit you for 60. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty calm fight right now. If that makes any sense at all. Oh, another Echo Form? Don't mind if I do. I mean, we're also gaining 13 block passively, even if we play no block. Now, we don't need a second Barricade. That would just be dumb. 2 Echo Forms is gold, though. That's a dream come true. Alright, this is crazy talk. I don't really have anything else I'd like to play twice, unfortunately. Well, alright. So we're not even going to have to rest before our boss fight. So resting once per floor, that's pretty good. We don't want to lose focus. 2 after images is actually pretty tempting. I can go with that. It's all just to get us around until Barricade comes around. Start with 7 energy. No Barricade turn 1. You know what I'm going to say to that? No Barricade, no problem. After image. After image. Sure, he's getting stronger. I would too. What? We will play Metallicize, absolutely. We're already in the clear. What do? Cold Snap on this guy. Just Thunderclap him, keep him vulnerable for another turn. We should have done that in a different order. But for now, for 1 turn, we're good. This is the bad turn. We have no Barricade. And that's still fine. We have 36 damage coming out. Give me a shrug. You have to play Barricade. You literally just do. Even if it's not going to perfect, you have to play it. We're just like searching to find something that could kill these enemies before they did damage to us. But now it doesn't matter. Like, we lost the perfect. As long as we're able to put, you know, block up, nothing matters at this point. Wrong card, thank you. Okay, so now we got 48 block plus another, okay, we got 58 block. So we're gonna roll like 30 into our next turn, 20, 22. Once these guys are dead, it's over. Unfortunately, that seems to be taking a lot longer than I would like. And we are going to take a little bit more damage this turn. But I'm telling you, dude, once we get imperviouses and entrenches, man, we're in the clear. You gotta play Echo Form. This is the simplest turn mankind has ever created. Look at that. We're actually coming back. Can't draw anymore because you played Battle Trance. You fool. Alright. 58. We're taking 1 damage, I think. Yep. That's okay. It didn't matter because we already lost the perfect. Now it's over. There's 128 block in a single turn. We could have made it even better. 144 block in a single turn. Now we just got a channel, dude. There's no point in doubling up on Apotheosis. I think you just ice this guy. Get a Finesse out there. Play some Apotheosis. Hit him with this. Channel of Frost and draw some cards. Ooh, I would prefer not to lose this, to be honest. Yeah, he can't touch us. This is a very fun daily. I honestly think we did great. I think we did very, very well on today's daily. We should be channeling orbs on the regular, because we got so many spaces now. We could have died. We didn't even use the fairy in the bottle, which is kind of incredible in my world. Now we're getting that nice defensive Frost out of there to play Electrodynamics instead. Basically to channel. That was not really worth what I did there, but that's fine. And it's going to take us a little while to kill this guy. We haven't really been the strongest offensive deck basically ever. But defensively, quite literally, like nothing can stop us. So there's your unnecessary 999 block. It's a good time for a print screen. And I can pretend on Twitter I know what I'm doing in this game. Make him vulnerable for a bit. Headbutt? What do we want to do, like, damage-wise? I don't know, man. Give me a bludgeon. It's a little, old school, but it gets the job done, I guess. This cat. I'm wearing a black shirt. Why you gotta jump on me? Burst. Tempest. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I know that if you wanted to grab a snack, the time is probably right about now. Okay, that's fine. That's a lot of passive damage per turn. And it's only gonna get better. I guess we'll double up on Predator here. You know what's stupid is, like, I look at this now. I know this doesn't work, but I'm looking at this now and I'm like, well, we really better start putting some block up. We only have 998. Like, in my head, it's not that I have 1,000 block. It's that I just lost a little bit. I'm like, we better get it back. Again, like, it so does not matter at all what we play here as long as we click and drag it over the enemy. Ruka! You're crazy. Maximum orb capacity has been met. Pardon me, sir. I thought this was North America. 919 damage. That's a little lower than I would have liked, but I had a fun time. I had a great time on today's daily. What do we got going on here? Oh, we're technically front page. We got the same score as somebody who's on the front page. They just got there faster. Check it out, dude. Fun daily. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, my dude. And of course, if you did, I hope I'll see you tomorrow for another one. See ya!